You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, sitting on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you on the Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia, Nate's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! Russell lights up another cigarette and smokes it while facing the ocean. So that's my story. I stand in silent solidarity with the lion. Does that answer your questions? He lets out a soft chuckle under his breath. I can't think of anything I did wrong, but I guess I see how others can. That's why I keep racking my brain over what happened. What cues did I miss? What sign did I misread? I know I wasn't the greatest guy in the world, but surely I deserve a little more credit than that, right? Huh. He slumps his shoulders and turns around to lean against the railing. Maybe I don't. Rapists don't deserve any credit. What if Blake's right? I should have just killed myself and been done with it. Don't say that! I slam my fist against the railing. Huh? I'm genuinely upset to even think about doing such a thing. Now that he's told me his side of the story, I feel like even more of a fool for buying into the rumor. The fact that you're so conflicted over this is proof enough to me that you're not what they say you are. Don't start feeling sorry for me now. I get enough of that from Zach. What is it you want me to say, then? He smiles while blowing out a puff of smoke. Nothing. You cared enough to hear me out. It was good enough for me. I'm sorry I didn't give you a chance, Russell. Believe it or not, there's no hard feelings. I get it. Like I said before, associating with me is a risk. It was selfish of me to try and pull you under my wing given all the crap that follows in my wake. I just wanted a second chance to be a mentor to someone. I didn't care what the cost was. That night in Cambrian Valley was a wake-up call. It was bound to happen eventually. It's not like I can magically keep people from talking about me. Guess I always thought I'd have a little more time before I'd have to talk about it with you. Russell. Thanks for listening to me, kid. Between you and Zach, you're really helping pull me back from the brink. So you're saying you're suicidal, huh? Maybe a little bit. But don't tell anyone, okay? Especially not Zach. I don't think his heart can take it. He may be smiling, but he's definitely hiding a lot of pain behind a sarcastic facade. Man, I'm not a psychologist, but have you ever thought about seeing a therapist? Nah, I don't deserve it. Everything that happens to me is punishment for how I behaved all my life. Bullshit, man. You're still acting as if you're guilty. Russell, I don't think you're a rapist. Why not? Well, the evidence suggests that I ruined Katie's life. You must have not thought about it hard enough. You want to know what I think? You've been so convinced of your guilt, you've only seen things through the lens that puts you at fault. There's several things in both your version of events and Chris's that stick out to me as odd. Wait, you talked to Chris about this? Yes, but listen to me. So you know about it was his pictures of the administration and... Russell, listen to me. Alright. Sheesh, you sure are pushy sometimes. You brought up how she wouldn't take any of the drinks she was being offered, right? Yeah, what of it? What was in her bottle? How should I know? Wouldn't it just be water? I assumed you kissed her at some point. Did her mouth taste different to you? It's been a long time, dude. Let me think. What are you suggesting? I don't know. Did it taste like alcohol? It could have. Doesn't that just make me look worse, though? If what you're saying is true, then I slept with someone who was under the influence. According to campus rules, that means I'm a rapist. Huh. He's right. As stated in the Ethical Conduct Handbook, a male student who sleeps with a drunk female student is automatically assumed guilty of rape should the incident be reported. Likewise, still, both parties were drunk. However, what strikes me as odd is... Katie never reported you, though, did she? Not as far as I'm aware. The administration seemed to put two and two together regardless. Isn't that weird, though? Plenty of girls don't file reports because they're afraid of the social ramifications. I suppose it's fair. Relax, kid. I know what you're trying to do, but I've already thought of everything. I fucked up. That's life. I close my eyes in frustration. Try as I may, it's like I'm running up against a mental wall that just won't budge. He's so convinced he's got the answer, he's willing to throw away his whole life over it. There's got to be something here, some detail that can help figure out what really happened. Because this whole scenario stinks. Keep going. You almost have it. Something clicks inside. like the knob of a door turning deep within. What's up? Holy crap, Russell! You said she gave you a drink, right? Yeah, what of it? What kind of drink was it? I don't know, some kind of soda? I didn't think to ask. Was it in a can? No, she poured it into a glass. Did you watch her pour it? No, but I don't see... How? Realization seems to slowly dawn on him. You said the rest of the night is a blur, right? Yes. Russell, I think you were roofied. He says nothing, only stares off in the distance. Are you okay? No. He puts out a cigarette and tosses it in the nearby trash can. How could you even suggest that? Katie's an angel. She would never do something like that. If that's true, who the fuck would believe that? That I'm the one who got... That Katie would... It's bullshit. He kicks the railing out of frustration. Total fucking bullshit. I wait patiently for him to calm down. I'm not the victim here. He leans forward, both hands on the railing. Russell, how well did you really know Katie? I don't know. She never told me much about herself. We could go back and take it all away. I never meant to hurt her, Ben. His eyes glisten in the moonlight, his brow furrowed. Sure, I'd like to sleep around a lot, but it was always in good fun. I never did anything that someone didn't want. Somehow I just slipped up this time. It was an honest mistake, and there's no way I can make it up to her. God, I've spent more than half a year thinking about this and wanting to end my life. And now you're here suggesting that Katie... that she's the bad guy? Fuck, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Underneath the tears of frustration and the self-hatred, there's a spark that seems to well up inside. But I can't deny it's making a whole lot of sense to me right now. I know it shouldn't, it's too easy. But it's so easy it makes sense, it all lines up. I mean, she was a lab assistant for the chemistry department. She'd most likely have access to those kinds of chemicals. But for the life of me, I can't remember a single thing that happened after a certain point. But why would she do that? That's the part that doesn't make sense. Russell, remember what you told me up on the overlooking Cambrian Valley? I can see you spent a long time convinced you did something wrong. There's only so much that can be done about that. The rest has to come from you. Believe what you want to believe. He gazes directly at the floor. What do I want to believe? I can tell you what I want to believe, and what I know 100% Zach wants to believe. Russell, you're not a rapist. I haven't known you for long, sure. Though it doesn't feel that way sometimes. But look at you. You would never be able to live with yourself if you knew for a fact you did it. But you're still here, still alive, despite everybody telling you that you shouldn't be. I think that speaks volumes about what you really think. I hold out a hand to the lion. I believe that you're a good person. Zach believes you're a good person. Are you willing to listen to us and believe you are too? He continues to stare at the floor. Ben, I don't know what to do. We're friends, right? We can cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, what you can do is take my hand. You have Zach and I right behind you. You don't have to shoulder this alone anymore. I hold back a sigh of relief as the lion finally accepts my gesture. Thanks, Ben. I smile at him and nod. Why don't we head back inside? It's getting kind of chilly, don't you think? Yeah. I'm sure Zach's wondering what's taking us so long, too. Either way, I'll be right behind you. Right. As I'm stepping away from the rail, I hear a curious noise in the trash can nearby. Look over my shoulder, I see Russell pouring out the rest of his cigarettes from his necklace pouch. We make our way across the street and back to the restaurant in silence. Zach sits at the booth with a smile on his face as he flips through the pages of one of the comic books Russell gave him. One second, y'all. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's jump back into it, shall we? Welcome back! Oh, issue 27. I heard that one's really good. It is, thank you. We returned to our seats from earlier. You guys were gone for almost half an hour. Is everything alright? Yeah, everything's cool between Ben and I now. I nod my head in affirmation. Oh, I'm glad. What did you guys talk about? I look over at Russell. What do you think? Why, dumb question, sorry. It's alright, kid. Don't worry about it. Ben did leave me with a lot to think about, though. And I'll tell you about it later, but there's something I missed about what happened that's bothering me. Was that so? Don't let it spoil your night. Like I said, I'll tell you later. Tonight's all about you, Zach, so let's keep things light and cheery. Zach's parents bring out a few options for dessert to close out the party. I end up taking a slice of red velvet cake, while Russell nabs the apple pie. Zach, on the other hand, goes for the ice cream sundae. Simple, elegant, delicious. A nice way to wind down from the talk Russell and I had. I'll admit, it feels good to be back on good terms with him. The past few weeks of my life really felt like they were missing something. There may not be a whole lot left we can do about his situation, but at least he knows he's got friends that will stand by him. At this point, we've cleaned up the table and set aside our plates. Thanks, guys! This was a great party! Nah, thank you for having us. Props to the chefs, too. The food was amazing. I cut my hands and yell out towards the kitchen. Thank you for coming! I smile as I hear the bear call out from behind the swinging doors. I'm also glad that you two are friends again. It took some effort on both our parts, but we made it work. Right, Ben? Yeah, sorry I didn't come around sooner, man. I hold out a hand towards Zach. But really, Zach's the MVP here. This never would have happened if he wasn't brave enough to invite us both tonight. That's true. He looks at the dragon with a genuine smile. You're a good kid, Zach. Thanks, guys. Hoo-ah. The lion lets out a yawn as he stretches his arms out. With that, I think I'm gonna head out. It's getting pretty late. Oh, are you walking? Zach and I might join you if so. Nah, I drove my car. Though, if you guys want to ride back, I'm more than happy to take you. It's okay. I'm probably gonna help my parents clean up. Do you guys need help? We do it all the time. We run a restaurant, remember? True. If you want to ride to campus with Russell, feel free, Ben. Are you sure? Yeah, my mom could drive me back later. I raise an eyebrow at that, especially considering the recently instated curfew. And then again, this is also the guy who's out at ungodly hours doing who knows what. He's probably got a system or something. Well, alright then. I guess I'm riding with you, Russell. Right on. He gets up from his seat and I follow suit not long after. Good night, Zach. I'll see you at the back of the dorm. See you soon. Russell makes a quick detour to the kitchen to say thanks once more to Zach's parents. I myself start heading for the door. And notice a familiar figure standing on the other side of the glass. She waves at me and wastes no time walking into the restaurant. Ah, I knew this was the right place. Karina? Hey, Ben. Hope we're not too late. We're just finishing up. Wait a sec. What do you mean, we? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. I want to give a quick shout out to our lovely patrons. Thank you all for all I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!